Hi and welcome back to Route 7 Railway. This is part 2 of the upgrade of this old Lima Deltic. I've fitted a new set of buffers because the Loco only had one buffer. I've fitted NEM pockets so that I can use any coupling I like on it, magnetic or otherwise. And also I've fitted an isolating switch so I can turn off the rear lights when the Loco is pulling rolling stock. So let's see how I got on with those little jobs. See you later. Hi, I'm just jumping in here to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2024. Isn't it amazing? I'd also like to thank my subscribers. I've just reached 700 and I just simply can't believe it. And you never know, one day soon we might get to the magic 1000. So thanks again for all your support and all your lovely comments over the years. Let's get back to the video. Bye. Hi and welcome back to Route 7 Railway and another bench session. This is part 2 on the upgrade of this old Lima Deltic. Last time I fitted directional lights and I plan to do some extra modifications to it, and here we go. There was only one buffer on the Loco, so I've managed to get my hands on a set of those and I've fitted them so it's got a full set of buffers. And what I'm planning to do on this little bit of a modification is change the coupling. It's a plastic version of the large D-shaped coupling, and it's all one piece moulding at the bottom, all one piece. And what I'm going to do is turn that quite intrusive older style of coupling into something like that. And these are done by fitting a NEM pocket into the bogie. I can take that out, and one of the couplings that I like are these ones from Hornby that mimic a set of vacuum pipes, and I can fit those in there. So how do we go about that? So what do we need to fit NEM couplings to this? Well, first of all, we need an NEM coupling, and I've got these little separate NEM couplings. They come with a variety of little bumps and posts on them. This has got to be cut off and trimmed. We're going to need cutters, a little Dremel tool, file, super glue, a bit of patience as well. So let's see what we've got to do. First of all, we've got to get this base plate off. So that's the first job. Just 2 screws and the whole base plate lifts off. Put that to one side. Won't need that for a while. We've got to create a space for this NEM socket to go in. The first thing we'll do to clear, if you like, to clear our work area is to get rid of the decoupling. So let's cut that off. That's gone. Doesn't matter, I don't want it anyway. And we get rid of the hook. The little slot where the hook went is helping us because that's going to give us one side of our little socket. We're going to create a little space in that plastic in order to fit the NEM socket in. We can get rid of these bits on the end as well. So we're getting down to the bare bones now. So now I'm going to cut through there. I'm going to cut right back to level with the back edge here. You just need to make sure that the slot you create is centralised in the end of the bogie. Just scoring it now with a sharp blade to make sure that when I break the piece of plastic off, it breaks off in the right place. This plastic is quite flexible, and there you can see I've tried to keep the two little bars roughly the same size, and the NEM pocket will fit in like that. But what we've got to do when the NEM pocket goes in, because I'll be filling the gaps with adhesive, we've got to create a space. We need a gap there at the back end. I hope you can see that. I'll try and zoom in when I edit this. And that is for the little tabs on the back of the couplings, whatever you fit, just to click in behind the NEM socket and lock in. Because if you pushed it all the way in, the coupling wouldn't lock in. So, in order to keep the distances right, because I've done a bit of measuring, and this needs to, the end of the NEM socket needs to be level with these, needs to be level with this there, but we still need a gap at the back, and because of the length of the NEM socket, I need to just cut away a little bit here, a little bit deeper into the frame. Take your time cleaning up with a sharp blade and watch your fingers. Okay, that'll do. So now what we've got to do is glue that in. Hi, and welcome back. I just rigged up this little clamp system to keep it in place, and it's gone off fine. So there's the NEM pocket in the bogie frame, and what I've done is I've just cleaned up with a file any areas of glue or bits of plastic that aren't smooth. I'll paint that with some matte paint, but just to show you that it's working fine. It's a bit shiny as well, so the matte paint will sort that out. Here's a coupling, and we'll just insert it into there, and the gap at the back is allowing the little tabs to lock in, so that's all fine. So what I'll do is I'll put that back on the Loco. Okay, here's the Loco built up with the new couplings on either end, remembering that you can fit any coupling you like now that has got the NEM pockets on. Some couplings, other types of GLR bespoke services couplings, anybody's. So the next time you see this will be a quick run on the track. Another thing I'm thinking of doing with another modification of this, because I'm using this as a test bed for modifications, is fitting this little switch, hoping to maybe isolate the real red lights on this Loco when it's pulling rolling stock. Not sure if I'm going to do it, so I'll edit it in. What I've just said, I'll edit it in if I'm going to do it, and obviously if I don't, I won't. So there we go. So see you in a bit. Bye. next time it comes around I'll send it up onto the top level. And you can see the rear lights are lit there while it's pulling the wagons. And I plan to do a modification on that to see if I can make those rear lights switchable. It's pulling those wagons, no problem. No sign of the coupling coming out. And Lord Alvladder gets a look in on the scene. Done a little bit of decoration of that. Front lights are lit, and as it goes past you can see the rear lights are out, as it would be if it was pulling wagons in reality. That's because I fitted a micro switch, and I will show you how I've done that. I'm really pleased with that little modification. Hi, welcome back to the bench. As you saw on the video, I've managed to modify this further by making it so that I can isolate the rear red lights on this when it's pulling rolling stock. How did I modify this so that I could isolate the rear lights? Simply, I wanted to do it where I didn't have to take the body off, and it was something I could do as and when I needed it. And so what did I use? Well, I used one of these. I'll zoom into that if I can. And it's a micro switch. I found these on the internet, and they're cheap as chips. There's 200 in there, and they were £6.50 or something like that. So that is really cheap. And so I've used one of these, and the way they work is the switch, it's a 3-pole switch, and the centre one being the centre post being the common one. Switch it to the left, it's common to the left. Switch it to the right, it's common to the right connection. So that's simple. So how did I fit it to this? Right, let's just open it up. Right, here we are, opened up. And as you can see, there's the motor that prevents me putting any crew in this end. So the way I've wired it, it's this end that I've modified the lights. There you can see the switch. I've cut a small hole just behind the bogie. Maybe you'll be able to see that. I'll try and zoom in on that. Cut a small hole there, and I can get at that switch with something like this, and I just switch it from on or off, basically. And just drilled a hole from the top, glued it on, and the lights at this end are powered by these 2 wires. And all I've done is interrupt the black wire from the pickup here, connected it to the centre post, soldered it. So I've connected it to the centre post, and then the continuing black wire, I've connected it to just one of the posts, doesn't matter which one, and off it goes. So what does that give me? If I isolate the power to these lights, none of the lights work. So when it's going that way, it's fine. This continues to work with a white light showing for that direction, no red lights working at the back. If I just throw the switch back again, everything works as normal. So when the Loco's running light, everything works as normal. Directional control on the lights. So it's as simple as that. This cost, I think it works out at this cost about 3p, something like that. So cheap as anything. So that's that. On this session we've got a full set of buffers now, as it only had one. It's got NEM pockets fitted, so you can fit any coupling you like to that. And also we've now got the ability to isolate the rear red running lights. And I think that's great. Now I know what I'm doing with that, I can isolate the red lights on the other Locos that I've fitted directional lights to. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, it helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.